There has been a lot of speculation recently over who will be the new Celtic manager, and now a huge Martin O'Neill claim has been made. We will go over this, whilst of course going over the fallout of yesterday's game in what was a brilliant result.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Austin Trusty celebrated Celtic's dramatic 3-1 extra-time win over Rangers in the Premier Sports Cup semi-final, with a message that captured the mood perfectly. The American defender, who produced another commanding display at the heart of defence, took to Instagram to share his joy as the Celts booked their place in next month's final against St Mirren. Trusty has quickly become a fan favourite since Martin O'Neill's return to the dugout, with his performances full of determination, composure, and leadership. His reading of the game and physical presence were key at Hampden, where he played a vital role in helping Celtic withstand spells of Rangers' pressure before eventually taking control in extra time. It was a victory that meant more than most. After a turbulent week that saw Brendan Rodgers resign and O'Neill step in as interim boss, Celtic needed unity and resilience, and Trusty's performance embodied both. The result, and his reaction to it, showed how together the squad has become under O'Neill's guidance. Taking to Instagram after the final whistle, Trusty kept his message short and full of emotion, celebrating the win with his trademark positivity and passion for the badge. Trusty's post captured the pride and excitement felt by everyone in the Celtic camp after such a hard-fought win. It showed how much he's embraced life at the club and how well he understands what these victories mean to the supporters. His passion off the pitch matches his consistency on it, exactly what you want from a Celtic defender. The Americans' reaction also reflected the mood in the dressing room after Martin O'Neill's second game back in charge. Despite a difficult week off the pitch, the team showed how united they are, celebrating together after a performance full of character and fight. Celtic fans quickly filled the comments under Trusty's post with praise, applauding his leadership and solid display against Rangers. For a player in his first season in Glasgow, he's already struck a strong bond with supporters thanks to his effort, energy, and commitment to the cause. With Celtic now preparing for the Europa League trip to Midtjylland and a league clash against Kilmarnock, Trusty's message summed up the growing belief within the squad. The Celts are heading back to Hampden full of confidence, led by a defender who already looks right at home in the green and white. Now for the main story, as Hugh Keevins has claimed that Martin O'Neill will remain in charge of Celtic for next month's Premier Sports Cup final, with the club unable to appoint their preferred permanent manager until after the match. The veteran pundit made the revelation on Clyde One Super Scoreboard, suggesting O'Neill will continue as interim boss through December while the club waits for the right candidate to become available. O'Neill, who returned following Brendan Rodgers' sudden resignation, has made an immediate impact, guiding Celtic to back-to-back wins, including the 3-1 extra-time victory over Rangers at Hampden that booked a place in next month's final against St Mirren. The former Celtic manager has restored stability and confidence to the team, earning strong backing from supporters who want him to stay on until the end of the season. However, Keevins' comments indicate the board already has a long-term plan in place, one that will see O'Neill remain in charge only until their top target becomes available. He said, "Well, I was specifically told just that. He would be there in December, because they can't get the man that they want until December." Keevins' comments suggest Celtic are taking their time in appointing a new boss, choosing patience over panic. Having O'Neill steady the ship gives the club breathing space to plan carefully while maintaining stability on the pitch. Since stepping back into the dugout, O'Neill has made a visible impact. Celtic look sharper, more organised, and full of belief again. The defence has tightened, and there's renewed energy across the team. His experience has clearly settled the dressing room after a turbulent period under Rodgers. Keeping O'Neill in charge for the cup final seems a smart decision. His big game knowledge, calm authority, and winning mentality make him the ideal leader for Hampden. Fans will continue to speculate about the next permanent manager, but O'Neill's focus is on the immediate challenge. 2 wins in 2 games have already lifted the mood, and with another trophy on the horizon, his return could yet add another special chapter to his long Celtic story. In other news, Rangers have once again turned to the Scottish FA demanding explanations after their 3-1 extra-time defeat to Celtic at Hampden, this time over referee Nick Walsh's decision not to send off Austin Trusty. It's become a familiar pattern from Ibrox, lose the game, then question the officiating. Reports claim Rangers Chiefs are contacting the SFA to ask why Trusty was only booked for catching goalkeeper Jack Butland in the face while challenging for the ball. VAR reviewed the incident and backed Walsh's call, yet Rangers insist it was serious foul play. In truth, Trusty clearly went for the ball, and the collision looked accidental. A yellow card was fair. Meanwhile, Celtic had far more reason to complain after Anthony Ralston was harshly penalised for handball, his arms tucked in and no intent to block. Even former referees branded the decision extremely harsh. Yet Celtic, as usual, chose to rise above the noise. While Rangers rush to the SFA boardroom after every setback, Celtic focus on football. Ironically, Rangers' generous penalty got them back into the match, but it still wasn't enough. Martin O'Neill's side did their talking on the pitch, overcoming dubious calls to win 3-1 and book their place in the final. If one club can demand answers after every decision, maybe it's time Celtic did the same, if only to ensure fairness works both ways. In other news, former referee Des Roach has slammed Nick Walsh's decision to award Rangers a penalty during Celtic's 3-1 extra-time victory at Hampden, describing the call as completely wrong. The controversial moment came midway through the second half when Anthony Ralston was penalised after the ball struck his arm inside the box. James Tavernier converted from the spot to make it 1-1, but the decision sparked outrage among fans and pundits alike. Roach said the call made no sense under current handball laws, insisting Ralston made no deliberate movement toward the ball. The defender appeared to be falling and had his arms tucked into his body when struck from close range. He explained, "The word we should always use for handball is intentional. Did Ralston intentionally stop the ball? No, he didn't. Everything he did was legitimate within the laws of the game. I don't think it was a penalty. It's probably the best example you'll see of a defender trying not to use his arms." VAR reviewed the incident but chose not to overturn the on-field call, leaving Celtic players furious. Roach criticised both Walsh and the VAR team for misunderstanding the intent-based aspect of the law. The penalty gave Rangers brief momentum before Martin O'Neill's side regained control, with Callum McGregor and Callum Osman sealing the win in extra time. Roach's comments add to growing frustration over inconsistent refereeing in Scottish football, especially around handball decisions. Many Celtic supporters agree that the penalty was a harsh and unnecessary intervention, one that could have changed the game's outcome if not for the team's resilience.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.